Operation Eligibility. We are based out of Knightdale High School, and we worked with their high school student athletes to put the emphasis back in student. We worked communities and schools, Wake County, and the support of many people throughout the entire community. We constructed two enriching programs for student athletes to show them the opportunities for careers in sports should their days on the field come to an end. Program 1 was held in Knightdale's own library. We had 35 students attend the event, as well as 6 Parks and Recreation professional speakers, who described their careers and opportunities in the PRT sector to the student athletes. Program 1 was entitled The Other Side of the Game. We began the event with a presentation from the NC State Assistant AD of Communications about the importance of being smart online. Following the presentation was a roundtable discussion with local PRT professionals in which we rotated groups to ensure each student heard about each career. Professions which included a turf and field expert, an equipment and operations manager, a basketball coach, and the City of Wilson PRT superintendent.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Jamila, and I don't really remember what his name was, but he worked with the Parks and Recreation, and my favorite part was when he was talking about like the things that he do and the type of environment that they have, and how they allow students to come in and work with. It was technology. They get to work with other kids, and I guess I really like that because I really like working with children, and I like doing things like that.
I think the biggest lesson that we learned from Program 1 was our pretty poor use of time management and getting all the moving pieces in place to really get the thing rolling ahead of time. So we implemented that in our thoughts on Program 2, and we were able to really stay ahead of the curve and put on an exceptional program for the kids. For the Other Side of the Game Part 2, we wanted to show the student athletes all the work that goes into a football team on game day. So we invited the students to tour the Murphy Center at Carter Finley Stadium. We had some coaches come through and impart some advice on these young men and women.
Take care of your academics first. When we recruit young men like yourselves, the first thing we do is say, what are his grades? That's the first question we have. Okay? And if the answer is not good, we don't even watch his film. So understand that. If you really want to be at this level, like Mike is, you have to take care of your schoolwork. Now, after we ask that question, the next question is, what kind of kid is he? All right? Is he a good teammate? Is he someone you would want in the locker room? Is he someone that my children would want to be around? If we find out the answer to any of those questions is no, what do you think we do? We don't recruit him. All right?
We saw the weight room, the locker room, and even came through the tunnel onto the field before the spring game. It was a really awesome experience for all of us. When thinking about civic learning, I think we really nailed what Operation Eligibility set out to do, especially when it came to Program 2. I mean, to have Coach Duran and those guys come and speak to the student athletes about staying in school and the importance of academics, especially when it comes to recruiting, that really hit on everything we were trying to stand for.
Personal growth with time management was our biggest problem. And I feel like we grew as a group with time management, and we worked really hard to set up the events and program, especially for the student athletes, the kids. We had to grow as people to talk to them and learn from them along with Roberta and Travis. And I think that really helped us as a group. Our growth as a team, we definitely grew as a team. We have a group chat, all kinds of stuff, like we work together.
I thought overall the program was very effective. Aside of the whole sport aspect, we still wanted to incorporate the fact that a positive education was required in order to even reach these aspects. But I know the Murphy and the whole tour of the facility was definitely it was a nice tangible aspect for kids to understand what happens when you make it there.
The concepts I was able to learn through the programs will greatly affect my future career. The one that was really ingrained into me was the risk management area. Obviously, the bottom line is we don't want any participants physically or emotionally injured at an event, and we can't prepare for absolutely every possible risk, but establishing a detailed risk management plan safeguards us and, more importantly, the participants.
Coming into the first event, the other side of the game, I was very nervous of how the event was going to go. I did not know how the students would feel about our program and if they would even enjoy it. It was difficult attempting to draw and keep the attention of high school athletes. Personally interacting with so many of these student athletes was rewarding for me. Being able to share my knowledge with someone who wants to strive to succeed at a high level is something that I find great satisfaction in.
The academic portion of PRT 358 helped in the service learning process, especially with Passe Bessie. This really helped me be able to go through our programs and tell whether or not we had a good, firm base on what we were trying to accomplish with both of our programs.
It was really eye-opening to me to be able to impact and help these student athletes. These student athletes all can have promising futures, and with the programs our team put on, we could help put them on an academic path to success and a promising future.
While working with Operation Eligibility over the past few months, I was able to take what we talked about in class and translate that into real-life experience. I feel that the reason that our events were so successful is because of the programming wave. This is something that we tried to follow while planning both events, and I think that's why our events were so successful. It's definitely something that I will try to take with me into my future career and use while planning events.
So even though we stumbled around a bit in the beginning, we really came together as a team and really relied on each other and came together when it really mattered the most and put on a couple of really great events for these kids that really went along with the Operation Eligibility agenda and what our supervisors were looking for.